all fucking
No,
live?
you.
Okay.
We're all fucking
Music.
live.
We're all fucking live. Hi, chat. Who would like to recap what happened last time on
On South Park?
what happened last time on Mellow Queer Solid 4 Guns of the Pirates? Anyway.
I don't remember.
You had a dungeon.
We had a dungeon.
How could you not remember? You were the one who fucking Little Shop of Horrors turned your head around as a different person.
Whatever do you mean?
Whatever do you mean? That never happened.
I feel like Marionette would remember that.
I feel like she would remember that specifically. But a dungeon had been had. They had gotten to the point where they were told information would be. Found out that the door would not open until they have 3 gems to be. They why am I rhyming? They went in, saw some things. Some information was kept secret from the rest of the party by our lovely guest. And then through trial and tribulation, got into the building, saw what appeared to be a elf made of ice and weird tendrils of ice crawl across their body and caused an awakening of a thing to help them escape. They were put into this dreamlike state and fought one of the old hunters of the world. If a certain someone would hear, I would tell them who that was, because that casting speak with plants meme is sure looking really hot right now with the person that character was based off of. Anyway. Good job, you killed one of my characters. Anyway.
Woo.
Jeez.
Oopsies. It's not like I made them insane for some reason. Some words were spoken. Some stuff to be had. And a mysterious woman, definitely with no relation to anything at all, decided to take over Marionette's body, though she may not remember it. The rest of the party does.
That didn't happen.
You're correct, Marionette, that never happened. And it's at this point that we cut away. It has been a couple weeks. Well, no, it's been a couple days since that last encounter with the things at the ancient burial ground. All of you were being nice, but there's something wrong. You don't remember being in the same place you were. You seem to be magically lost. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, you can't find where you're supposed to be. It is at the end of this current day that the rest of you decide it is time to make camp. Make your so-called watches. Not that they would mean anything. Marionette.
Yeah.
You sleep.
I sleep. Wow.
You sleep. Or should I more accurately say, you are anti-magic knocked the fuck out right now.
Oh. You guys would all see, like, Marionette just fucking face plant.
before they can react to anything. The camera pans in more towards Marionette's face, more towards her eye, as what color are your eyes currently?
Green.
As the screen flushes with green, peels away into a black void, with a woman standing there. A woman that does not look like the body she should be in. Person who is in this body that is not who is it supposed to be in here. Please describe what you look like.
Oh, wait, that's me.
That is you. That is you, Marionette. Or should I say, what you're supposed to look like.
Oh, goodness. You're putting me on the spot here, man.
I mean, you don't have to do it now. You could just say you're like a being of energy. A soul with no focus on what it should be.
Question
Lost
for you,
to
DM.
time.
Are you talking about the soul that is within Marionette?
Someone's soul had to keep them at bay. Whose was it?
Oh, goodness. I really can't say. Can't think of
Describe
anything.
what you think they would. If you believe Marionette would not know who they are, describe what this ever shifting like being would look like, not through physical details, but through like what a ghost would look like.
Well, this spirit, this lost soul, would look very confused, very lost. Not exactly like covered in shadows and all eerie, but it's light. It's curiosity. It's unknown. Shifting, eyes constantly changing colors, hair just flowing wildly, and a smile that seems stitched on.
As you are in this space and you touch down, you've done this once or twice. At least you think you have. Can't remember. Sometimes no, not your body. This body shuts down and has to recoup energy after being battered and beaten. Um, but you look around in the space. What you see before you is a black room with these like red like artery veins that are more akin to cracks in like stone. And you just look past to one side on your right and you see just it's cracking. And you feel
Like,
like you're being watched.
can I look through?
You look through and you see a theater. From what you glimpse of this crack, this memory trying to escape, you see that memory you achieved when you met Lynette for the first time, being at that theater and thinking, or at least the person you are holding back thinking, what a beautiful specimen for my experiments. Or should I do this in this voice? What a beautiful subject for my experiments. What do you do?
Peanut's curious. Doesn't really understand what's happening. With the form that she's in, is she able to slip through the crack?
If
She
she would like
does
to.
really want to know what's on the other side.
If she would like to, she may. You don't hear that from me. That echoes in this space. You just hear, if she would like to, she may. In a very familiar voice to you, the one who gave you this job, you think. As you turn around and see a very familiar person. A very familiar person.
I see. He immediately ignores the crack on the wall. The form of light kind of gaining a pink hue all over as she just quickly goes to the figure.
What would you like to do? Hang on, wait. What would you like to do? His arms are like crossed behind his back. You can hear like the creaking of the rusty metal as he moves.
He looks back at the crack in the wall, then back at Valakir, back at this armored entity. And she reaches out to her sole object of affection.
In multiple times that this has happened, although infrequent, you could never be able to touch anything. But almost as if you will yourself to, your hand becomes more physical, and you touch him. Where do you touch him?
Arm.
You hold on to his arm, and he just goes, I have no idea where you've got such inclinations from, but it fascinates me.
The form seems to lose its shape, as if the light itself was melting.
No, please. You were made to make your own decisions. Make them. I do not
Marionette's
mind.
gonna try and hug.
He'll hug you back. It's like uncomfortable because he's made of fucking rusty metal and gas, but you
She
know,
doesn't care.
it's a hug.
She doesn't fucking care.
This thing is also like 9 feet tall compared to you, so.
Mhm, mhm.
Yep. I am not going to dictate who you wish to be. I'm only here to tell you the rules of this place. Because now, more than ever it seems, I must reveal to you the task I laid at your feet.
Form looks confused, still not quite understanding their purpose.
He lets go of you, grabs your hand, brings you over to the crack. This.
You'll-
Yeah?
I was gonna say she looks back at him like, Like, do I have to?
He'll like hold with his other hand, hold up a finger, like give me a moment to speak. Because all he's doing, he'll just go. You're holding back a woman who would destroy the world. And you are doing far better than I thought you would. You are but a newborn, and you've learned so much. These cracks, she is trying to break free. Now I ask you, of the people you've met on your current travels, what do you think she would do to them?
Figure looks down for a moment. Then back at the crack in the wall, thinking. And then realization hits. She just covers her mouth.
The beings made of the primal one's life force, the first god who sacrificed himself to make mortal life, gave them free will to make their own decisions, as I have done for you. But sometimes evil slips through the cracks. She became too ambitious for her own good. Eventually, you will be separated. But only when I feel it is safe to do so. He moves his hand and the crack opens like a portal. Shall we?
She nods. Just curious but cautious.
He walks in, still holding your hand, placing another onto it, saying that it will be okay. And you go into the portal. You are in the theater. What would you say Marionette would look like 1,000 years ago? Not like hard detail, just differences in how she would act today.
Differently, she would be a lot colder, not really caring to smile, not really caring to put on any kind of show for anyone but herself.
Mm-hmm. I am looking at things, and you look beside you, and you see someone different, but you feel they're the same. You see this man before you.
Hmm.
Malakir when he was but a mortal. You are sitting in a balcony seat in this theater as you are looking on. The play goes on, and you see almost as everything goes grayscale as a woman, extremely pale in complexion, black, soulless eyes, flowing robes, and a witch's hat, which Eilden witch's hat, some would say, gets up as the play ends and starts walking out, and you see from her shadow. I would like you to roll me with marionette stats a perception check, and depending on how high you roll will determine the next roll you make.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Perception. 15.
I need you to make me an Arcana check.
Hello, Holy.
15.
Thank you so much for the follow.
Those are shadow demons harbored in her own shadow, following her like a swarm as she leaves the building. And as she opens the doors and exits, you turn and immediately see as a person's shadow detaches from them and quickly scurries back to her as that person's body hits the floor. Cold, lifeless, drained of all its magic. For you remember, in this state of age before it was lost, the discovery that everything is made from magic. If all of that was taken away, you're just rendered a dried up husk of a corpse as it hits the floor. Screams could be had, at least you think, because everything is silenced. It is but a scene in front of your eyes. And as the vision speeds along, you see Malakir and yourself standing on the outside of the theater, watching as this woman walks away, and you see some of the wrinkles on her face go away, and she now looks like she's but 25 years old, when at first she looked like she was 40. As she walks down the street, a familiar woman, a snow elf, walks up to her, telling her with her clipboard about all the different things that you assume she has to do today. And she's just nodding along as she walks down the road. And everything goes grayscale as the vision stops. A click of the finger as Malakir returns to his godlike form and turns to you.
Marionette just kind of stands there. In this form, it's hard to hide the little bursts of curiosity. that just kind of roll over her form.
Frightening, isn't she? Not a care.
Nod.
Not a care in the world for the people around her. Transgressions. But you know how they say, curiosity killed the cat, but its satiation brought it back. Do not let her corrupt your mind. She will tell you things that may or may not be true. You can never know. But always know. His rusty metal finger pokes at you, and you feel all warm and fuzzy as you realize your soul makes way and there's this core in the middle of it. As this happens, you see the world around you distort, almost as if to hide the two of you. And just this orb of... What does this core look like?
It's similar to that of the ghost children's eyes in Coraline.
It just... as it fluctuates with power. You are artificial, yes. Man-made. But my one regret at the time of making you was being unable to give you the free will I wanted you to have. But now, I can give you it, if you so wish.
Marionette is confused, and she just kind of stands there staring at him for a moment. Slowly starts to shake her head.
Your soul, as his hand pulls away, reforms back into itself. As you so wish. I will say, it's not like you don't have complete. It's not like you have a directive you must follow. You have a bit of free will, as much as I was able to give you at the time, and you've used it quite wisely. These emotions you feel are your own, not mine.
You see this soul that was faintly glowing pink now glow a bright blush tomato red as she realizes, damn, I just feel like this then. As it finally clicks, oh, I have a crush.
He will go. But might I say, her little idiosyncrasies and temptations still lie in that body. Try not to give in to them anymore.
Marionette is just like, nodding profusely, just up and down.
Follow them. They will need your help in the upcoming events to come. It is your choice to be yourself or to be another. To be one or to be whole. To be distant or to be close. To be deranged or to be stable. To be a god or to be mortal. To be an infant or to be an elder. To be all options in life. Fate pulls at strings. Magic means everything. Magic makes all, as the founder intended. But they, the people you wish to follow, they need you. Just as much as you need them. It is not your fault you are the way you are. They just don't understand who you are. Marionette. Now, would you like to return? Or would you like to stay here and gather more?
He looks at Malakir and then just thinks about all of the words that he just said.
Mm-hmm.
This overwhelming sense of purposeless purpose.
Almost like it's his MO or something.
She looks back at the crack in the wall.
That is not the only one. As he says that, you turn around and you see one that's just white. There is no red. It is unknowable. Something new. Something that will not hurt you. And he just goes, "This body you inhabit has knowledge. If you would like to learn it, it is through there."
She bows at Malakir, headed towards the new crack in the wall.
You don't go into it. You feel that you should put your hand in it. How do you put your hand in it?
Her hand just kind of shakes, unsure, but too curious to just leave it be. As she just reaches in.
Your hand reaches in. You seize up the knowledge flowing into your head from this thousands and thousands, and it seems like millions of year old woman that you are inhabiting this body of. Her knowledge seeps in, and at some point you just recoil and pull your hand back out of danger of destroying yourself entirely. Congratulations, Marionette. You know the first two features of the osteomancy school.
Oopsie daisy.
Oopsie!
Oopsie. My bad.
My bad. Oh no. You
I
have the
need
book,
to
right?
find those.
I will send you them because I can send you the book.
Mhm.
I will do that now. Is there anything? Go ahead and roleplay some stuff.
Can't really roleplay anything. Marionette's faces down, just in the dirt.
Just fucking like in the brainscape before you leave.
Nah, I'm good. I just want it to be known that she's face down in the dirt, and it's like not like her eyes are closed, but like you, as soon as she, like everyone else would see her face down in the dirt, you were like, oh, I see. That's a dead body right there. It would be very apparent immediately.
I'm trying to find the thing. Give me what? Yeah, the two of you that are outside Brandscape, see that.
So what all happened?
Nothing.
Nothing?
You guys? Nothing. All of a sudden, Marionette's body just fucking crumpled onto the floor.
Oh.
And you look.
Hyatail just poke it with a stick.
Her eyes are open.
Poke, poke. Poke, poke,
It's
poke.
like, oh yeah, that's a corpse.
Right. I guess we'll just wait for her to wake up.
I guess.
Well, it was fun. Marionette's dead now. Bye-bye.
What?
No. But I do gotta go to get ready and stuff.
Oh yeah, go ahead. This is why I did yours first.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well,
What?
she's dead.
She's fucking dead, yo. And, I mean, yeah, and either of y'all can roll an Arcana check to see what the fuck's going on if you want to. Investigation, anything.
Hayate's just gonna all might get on his knees, start slapping her cheek a bunch.
Yeah,
You
I'll,
slap
I'll-
her cheek.
Wake up. Wake up.
Well, go ahead, Red.
I was gonna say I can do an Arcana check.
Hi, I'm Hayate. While you're slapping her body, you feel like you're slapping a fucking construct.
Strange.
It is a parent. Marionette is some kind of fucking robot.
No need to look further into that.
Yeah, she's just there on the ground. Do y'all like move her or anything? What
I guess. I guess Hyatail like pick her up and
roll a strength
like lean her on something.
Roll the strength check if you're
Strength check.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're really making me use my weak stats here.
You weak stat 9.
Oof.
Hey,
Exactly
you do
my
it,
point.
but it takes like 10 minutes for you to get her off the fucking ground. Wasn't it just fucking heavy? This is not normal weight distribution of a, like, dead weighted corpse. This is, like, things are added into this body.
Hayate just out of character grabs her by the arms, fucking spins her around and throws her. Out of character. Out of character.
Yeah, I know. So long, Gay Bowser. Wait!
Exactly.
Hun, you can go ahead and roll your thing if you wish.
Oh, yeah. This is probably not gonna work.
You say that. I mean, you're a purveyor of magic. You know what magical beings. You know, like elementals and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
When they like magic like decompossesses, they like turn into like their element. Basically, they turn into like a pile of rocks or like just a fire, some water on the ground, and as soon as the magic gets back to them, they reform themselves. You think this is like one of those things, but it's different. That it's like, why is this happening to a person?
Ah, okay.
Yeah. You notice that Kodlak and Than are asleep already. They look like they're fucking exhausted.
Mm.
Hey, hun.
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
Wee. Perception.
Perepian. Now give me a moment as I look for things.
Loverly. This is gonna go loverly.
Loverly. Should be in here somewhere. Because I gotta make their thing. You just look around. Like, ambiently.
Okay.
There's like nothing too easy to note. You feel like you see a shadow, but you don't.
Okay.
Do y'all head to your respective sleep areas?
I guess.
I mean, that's up to you. If you wanna roleplay a bit more, it'd be like why the fuck are we lost or something like that, you know?
I don't know if I'm just sick, but I can't. My brain is not.
You're not here right now, yeah. Well, I guess you can go to sleep.
Honk shoe. Honk shoe.
Yeah.
Hong Shu meanies.
Oh, shoo. Oh, shoo.
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage, hon.
Me?
Yep.
You
You are asleep.
No, he's talking to me.
No.
You said with
Talking to
disadvantage?
me. Yep.
Yeah, no.
You feel metal get pushed to your neck. Cold. And you feel a sharp pain and warmth in that spot. Enough to wake you up. And you see hello, little Sapphire.
What the fuck is this? Oh my god.
Who do you think it is?
Wait. Is it?
Do you try and move?
I'm gonna try and punch him.
You're paralyzed.
Oh, fuck me. God damn it.
You just this roll. Go ahead and roll me a fucking straight intelligence check.
Straight intelligence.
'Cause
Where are the
I
intelligence?
imagine Ashe would just punch a guy who is trying to fucking pierce her fucking neck with a knife, or a Kopesh in this case.
That was horribly wrong. That was horrible.
I'm doing another thing. Give me a moment. I mean, you know a drow. They don't necessarily look the same, but you know a drow. But you also only know that she ever called you that.
Ah,
like-
god damn it.
But it's also like, yeah, it's weird. I would say you think you're fucking lucid dreaming. Almost like a sleep paralysis demon type of situation.
Okay.
You see a Kopesh on their back. You know they used to wield a Kopesh, but what they have, if you look down, what they have up to you, it's almost like this, like, you can't see it in normal light, but if you look just hard enough, there is something there at your neck, almost like a heat mirage. And then you look up and see that this person's eyes are glowing this, like, pinkish purple. And you feel around you just... If you want, you can roll an Arcana. You just feel a presence around you, though. Holding you in place.
I'm rolling Arcana.
No, it's fine. You feel you're being telekinetically held in place. You don't remember your specific person being able to use their mind as a fucking power source.
Ashe is just glaring and growling, trying to fight this force to get up.
You can roll a strength check if you wish.
This is probably gonna go horribly wrong, but I will try
Probably.
this. What the fuck?
Oh, I was gonna say you would have to beat a fucking 18, but you got a natural 20. Oh, you just hear, oh shit. He flips away from you as you break from it immediately. But I'm gonna need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw immediately, though.
Fuck me. Constitution saving throw.
Yep. You can't speak.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. That's mean.
You feel like your vocal cords being held in place. Not enough to damage you, but for them to not vibrate. As they, like, have their hand up with 2 fingers and their thumb out and just point it towards your neck. And you hear in your mind, instead this time, the same voice overlapped with the voice you once knew. Now, we don't want to cause a scene, do we? So you can speak telepathically. You can't speak with your mouth, but you can speak telepathically.
At least I don't have to search for you.
Yeah, well, I doubt you'll ever find me if I keep making you be lost. Boss said to make sure you can never be found, so I've been doing that for the past, 2 weeks. But I grew bored.
Ash is just like she's shaking with anger, and she's just tempted to reach for a weapon
Oh, is
so
the princess
badly.
angry? Oh, that's right! I have your tail! Would you like it back?
It's not the same, you know that.
I mean... Regenerate can do a lot.
Why would you give up your trophy?
Higher purpose. Or something more interesting. Honestly. It's going kinda dull. Without you.
Maybe it.
Yes? Go ahead and speak.
Maybe it should be dull without me.
I'll be honest, that decision was not the best one. Your father, your father tore me limb from limb. Literally. You see the arms? There are discolorations where your father literally tore him limb from limb. When he says that, you realize, yes, your father would have done that, but you also don't know if he's lying to you or not. Also, he?
What's with the new getup?
Check out the trade. At least it used to be, and now it's... kind of like it more. A lot less, like, feels like his pecs. Baggage. Easy to move around. For being honest. But I am here to make sure you get lost, and I have grown tired of that job. So I am going to tell you the direction of where Cliffgate is. Because I want to.
Because you want to.
Yes.
I don't believe that.
I mean, you can roll an insight if you want. Or you could just choose not to believe him.
I'll insight.
Okay. Give me one moment. Jesus. You don't know if he's telling the truth or not. You don't remember him being able to lie this much, but for some reason, he's a fucking enigma. It's almost like his body mannerisms have changed.
Well, if that's all you need to say, then go away.
Why?
Because I don't want to drag people into my own shit.
Looks around, sees. Oh, that's why they wanted to get lost. Looking at Marionette. Honestly, I can never understand why they want her. They're a bit of a wild card. I'll be off then if there's nothing else you want to ask me. Especially since one of my bosses is one of the people who ran away with your little friend.
I
No,
can't even think of what to ask. Honestly, my brain is not working.
no, you're fine. I mean, he gave you an in. He said, about the person you just saw run away with your little friend. You can only think of one little friend, who is the shortest person you knew that was traveling with you.
Oh. Honestly, I entirely forgot about that fucking happening.
Same.
It's almost like I didn't say it for a reason.
uh. What can you tell me about that woman that took off with her friend?
What, you mean the girl's What, you mean the girl's mother?
Yes.
Let's
Supposedly her
see.
mother.
Secretary to the person whose body that is, points at Marionette. She is very well versed in ice magic. Funny enough. Hey! You two could get along. Although she'd probably kill you. Let's see. Nothing much. They don't tell me anything. They don't tell me much of anything. They don't trust me. Rightfully so, honestly. No one should.
Yeah, I regret trusting you before.
But you wanted to. First person who ever wanted to. Gave me a chance. I was the one who fucked that up. That's my own fault. Just had to get that thing. Because... reasons.
Yeah, and I doubt you'll ever tell me your reasons.
I mean... for my pride. No, I'm not gonna do that to you. I've done too much to you. But yeah, literally, I can literally give you your tail back, and you could have someone cast Regenerate on it while you hold it at your stub, and it'll just regrow back, like attached to each other again. Surprisingly, I didn't like deteriorate or anything.
He's kept it on ice.
It's almost like it's perpetually on ice or something.
Oh, jeez, Cliff.
If you're able to part with it, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I can do that. Fucking ape. They put a finger to their temple, and you just see a rift in space-time appear. Almost like the same way a bag of holding would open, and they pull out your tail.
Oh, just casual rift in space-time.
Magic items are wild. Throws it at you.
She just glances at him and the tail, and then quickly reaches down to grab it.
You could have caught it. Why would I booby trap your tail?
I don't know.
It starts crawling like a crawling hand, just inching towards you.
Marionette's new familiar, Ashe's fucking tail.
Please no.
Oh. No, you just don't attach it to yourself. You fucking attach it to Marionette. It just goes. I could tell you a couple more things out of the kindness of my own heart. Stop trying to stop them. Go ahead and roll insight when he says that.
Okay. God damn it.
Enigma. There is an enigma, but he's oddly caring. You've noticed that this entire time.
Like I should follow your advice.
Yeah, well, sometimes the advice of a person you hate is a better advice than anything. Especially when the people you're going up against has a mother who literally cast Gios on her daughter. Do you know what Gios does?
I do not.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check, if you would like.
Okay. I hate my life.
You do not know what Gios does. You know it's a spell. You don't know what the fuck it does, though.
Love.
Well, anyway, I should get going. They find out I give you any information, they're gonna skin me alive.
Maybe you deserve it.
No, I do. Most people say it's not too late to repent, though. He. Well, he, they, she. It walks out of the way, and you see, like, a mirage of something. You think it's psychic energy as they disappear just in the open.
Okay then.
I mean, you have your tail now.
She's gonna carefully, like, wrap it almost like a whip, and just tuck it into her bag.
Your big ass fucking tail whip. You go back to sleep?
Yeah.
Alright. You go to sleep. Hayate.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. Roll me a d20.
A de 20.
A da-da-da.
13.
You're asleep.
I sleep.
You slump. You very slump. You're so slump that you wake up. And all you see is the moon. And is this just watery plain that you should be sinking into, but you're standing on it? It is just a black sky, and the moon is just right there, closer than normal.
I'm scared of you, Uncle.
I am grabbing a thing. Well, I'm not grabbing a thing. I'll grab it later. But You just see from the shadowy black water rises up a figure, and I will describe him to you the best way I can. Let me pull up his thing. He's this. You could say he's the same race as you, but you can't tell. It's off-putting. He is definitely more human than dog. Almost more like a god in that sense. His eyes, the piercing yellow of one, though. His short, like scraggly, shoulder-length hair that just goes everywhere. He has no like shirt on. He has this like black shadow like tattoos, and just looks like this rustic, like Japanese bandit looking like clothing that go from the waist down, with a giant spear. And it's just, this thing is just looking at you.
Shouldn't be surprised about tactics like this from you, Uncle.
Is there any way to speak to your family?
You know what you did.
And here I thought that with what's happening in the world, we could put aside our differences. I did not send that thing after you. I wanted to apologize on its behalf. It has been thoroughly punished.
You come to me with apologies. Me?
Hollow words, I know. But there is a much greater...
Did you ever apologize to my mother?
I didn't slight her this time, did I? I slighted you. Something I promised her that I would not bother you. I already sent her my apology for that transgression. She told me to say it to your face. Is that such a problem?
Mother always was forgiving. Even of her fool of a son.
Changing music.
Cole, he's my mirror.
Come on.
Red licorice or black?
Damn, wait a minute, wait a moment. He just... Yes, it's one of her... I would say faults, but fear that would anger you.
If she can forgive you, then it is my duty as her son to forgive you as well.
What is this bullshit about duty?
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
No, I wouldn't. But what I do know is that the children are different from their parents. She would agree with me in the saying that you don't owe her anything. But that is my opinion. Now, your mother is not a purveyor of violence. So she has asked me to do the talking for this one.
Speak then.
Susano is here. In the mortal realm, controlling things. I believe they're called what? The Norikshirian Inquisition? Pathetic name.
Where is he?
No idea. Covered his tracks well for the blubbering idiotic demon that he is now. Normally, I would not come to you for this. But it seems it coincides with the threat you face already.
If there was one person I hate more than you, it's him.
That we can both agree on. He has done the one thing that us of the Shadowfell have agreed not to do, and that has influenced the world by our own hands. This cannot and shall not be allowed no longer. Do you agree?
We can agree on that much.
I will give you what he looks like in his true form. I do not know who he possesses at this time. Give me a moment.
Yep.
Apparently, the the freaks of the abyss call him by a new name. Seems to be the only one he responds to evermore. And I will give you what I know on him. I need you. You're gonna roll some Monster Hunter checks for me, my guy.
Okay.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna need you to roll 3 checks. And depending on what you get, I will give you certain information.
Okay.
Allow me to... I decided to sleep instead of prep all the things I needed to. I need you to roll me a survival check.
Survival. I will survive. That is a 19.
A 19. That's very good. Now I need you to roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh. Ooh.
What is it?
That is a 1.
That's not a. That is a unnatural one.
Yep.
Okay.
Intelligence? What's that?
What was that? Intelligence? Never heard of it. No, I just need you, being what you are. What is your highest mental stat? Out
My
of
highest mental stat?
intelligence, wisdom, and charisma, what is your highest?
Oh, wisdom.
Roll me wisdom with advantage. This may be able to make up for some things.
21.
You get everything. You made 2 out of the 3 checks. You get everything. The bastard goes by the name Kemosh. This freak of nature he's become. As he puts his hand into the ground and drags up a shadowy image. It's monochrome, but it gets the point across. I will read you the anecdote in here on his sheet. Kemosh is a 30-foot tall, shark-headed human covered in red scales. People with hatred or ambition in their hearts hear his whispers as they look across the sea, goading them towards slaughter and tyranny. He is the demon lord of conquest. That is out of character. He does not say that. You just get that from fucking looking at him because you're a Hanyo. You get, with your wisdom check, you get the following things. And I will read them out for you, so don't worry
Oh,
about it.
goddamn.
Architect of Destruction. Despite his savage appearance, the Lord of Conquest is not a brutish beast. He possesses a cunning intellect and an instinctive understanding of military tactics that he shares with mortal generals in dreams. But the greatest of his powers is his knowledge of military engineering. Kemosh's formidable mind is incessantly dreaming new ways to kill more efficiently, more indiscriminately, and more painfully. Whenever the Lord of Conquest dreams up a new weapon, he sends it to the mind of an evoker, an engineer, or a trapsmith, who he then trusts to test, perfect, and iterate upon it. I've gotta delete a thing. Leviathan of Legend. Chemosh rarely meddles directly, preferring to prey on mortals' lust for power. When Chemosh does appear on the material plane, it is usually because he was called by his most powerful cultists, human warlords, Sahagin barons, and druids who wish to see the civilizations of the world raised and nature reborn anew. Chemosh may one day comes to the mortal world of his own accord, because he fears his dream of endless war will be permanently quashed if he does not. On the material plane, he might choose to disguise himself as a kraken or other monstrous leviathan to prevent the gods from learning of his involvement and destroying him. And Marshal of the Bloodstained Sea. Chemosh lurks in the Bloodstained Sea, a layer of the abyss containing a jet-black ocean which extends infinitely in all directions. Above its inky waters hangs a blood-red moon in a perpetual lunar eclipse. The souls of warmongers and cruel soldiers war forever beneath the surface of the sea, and Chemosh, the secret leader of all armies, plants jealousy and suspicions of conspiracy in the minds of the soldiers to pit themselves against each other for all eternity. That is what you get from him. And you also get because of your survival check. You get his regional effects.
Okay.
The region containing Kamosh's lair is warped by his magic, which creates one or more of the following effects. Within 1 mile of the lair, the swim speed of creatures that have gained a swim speed through magic is reduced by half. All creatures within the Bloodstained Sea gain the ability to breathe water. No creature on the Bloodstained Sea can willingly retreat or call a truce. A creature that wishes to spare an unconscious target's life must make a DC 19 Wisdom saving throw. On a failure, the creature is compelled to kill its target. If Kamosh dies, these supernatural effects disappear after 1d10 days.
Well, goddamn.
Meaning if Kamosh is in Norwichshire, he's basically turning the sea into the Bloodstained Sea
Mm.
for as long as he's being there. And you may learn one of his abilities.
Oh.
And I'll give them to you right now. Or at least the ones that are important.
Right.
You may learn Aura of Fury. You may learn his innate spellcasting. Or you may choose to understand his legendary actions. You don't learn them,
Ooh.
you learn what they do.
Ooh. So what's his innate spellcasting?
Like, are you choosing to learn his innate spellcasting?
I would like to know what I'm gonna get from it.
Spells he can cast limited number of times per day without being a spellcaster.
Okay. But like, what spell?
I mean, you have to choose to learn what innate spellcasting is to learn those.
Well then. What's Aura of Fury?
You got to choose one. You don't learn all of them. You choose one to learn.
I just want to know what they do before I commit to one.
I mean, you're not gaining the ability.
Right.
You're just learning what it does. You get to learn two of these things. Two of the three.
Oh, okay. Then I'll choose his legendary action, and I guess his innate spellcasting.
All right. Innate spellcasting. I will post it actually in chat. Kanosh's innate spellcasting ability is his Charisma, DC 19 plus 11. He can innately cast the following spells requiring no material components. At will, he can cast Alter Self and Create and Destroy Water. 3 times a day each, he can cast Crowd of Madness and Fear. 1 time a day each, he can cast Greater Invisibility and Teleport.
Hmm. Okay.
His legendary actions are Longsword. He makes a longsword attack.
That's pretty legendary.
Call Carrion Eater. It costs 2 actions. Kamosh summons a Vrock at a point within 60 feet of him. The Vrock has a swim speed equal to its fly speed. It remains for 1 minute until it or Kamosh dies, or until Kamosh dismisses it as an action. Kamosh can summon up to 3 Vrocks per day.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
can swim. He can
And then he
move
can
his swim
swim.
speed
Yeah.
without provoking opportunity attacks.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yomi, is not telling you this because he understands you're innately understanding it.
Right.
And there's just this period of silence between you two. And the period of silence is broken by... You have a mind like your mother, albeit limited.
You really are just like the stories she used to tell me.
Cold and calculated.
Like you are afraid of something.
You're not wrong. But everyone is always afraid of something, aren't they?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Not even the materials, gods, can be invincible.
He can be invincible.
He will just look around, and you finally notice after learning all of that, you are in the bloodstained sea, standing on top of it. You are either in the abyss or a reflection of it.
If it is my mother's will that we will work together, then we will work together.
I will be sending one of my own. She is new to all this.
I see.
Children should not be blamed for the actions of their forefathers, no?
No, I suppose not.
Then I guess we are done here. If it comes to it. Actually, that weapon you are carrying.
Yes.
You realize on your back, your sword is in its true form, even though you're not wielding it.
Oh.
It flies off your back. As, Tsukiyomi's hand is outstretched, and it just fucking flies into his. What did your father tell you about it?
Not a lot. He told me what it is capable of. Taught me how to swing it, despite its size. But there's more to it, isn't there?
The weapon gets launched back to you, and you blink. I can't grab the image, but I will show you the image later of what he looks like in his true
Okay.
form, because he is in it now, and you realize that is not her thing. As he says that, you realize one of his front incisors is missing.
Won't be. This whole time.
Your father was one of my champions. He fell in love with your mother. Asked me for approval. I said he didn't need it.
This whole time.
You could never have known. Well, I mean... No, I'm not gonna be mean. He says that to you? And I imagine now that he has said this, Hayate now fucking realizes everything about the weapon. About how it hunts demons, about how it, has a thing called Hungering Vortex that makes a shadow fucking portal.
I
It is yours to wield. My gift for your birth. It is rare.
Tsukiyomi will see like a single tear sort of go down the side of his face as he realizes this man that he's grown to hate. He's hated him for no reason.
Tsukiyomi just looks at you and goes, "Watch the negative emotions, kid." Your mother and I are opposites. You've had plenty of reason to hate me. But that sword, because I was never around for you. That is your birthright. And always will be. And let me give you a parting gift. Hey, hey, Hayate.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a stolen technique.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
I will look at them now and see which one I'm going to give you. If it'll load properly.
Right.
Same as weapon. Okay. He's going to give you red scale blade.
Ooh, yes.
And you just feel power in your hand. That was from Muramasa. Died trying to challenge my will. Or your father's. In all seriousness. And one more parting word. The fox wants your significant other. And the dream ends. And I think that is where we're gonna end our session for the day.
Yeah.
How did you two like your fucking individual sequences?
Woo!
I like mine.
Sequences!
Who did he say was giving me the He said it was a gift from someone.
Muramasa.
Muramasa.
Yep. Basically, the stolen techniques, I've given names of people who have them and who have died fighting your father. Red Skill Blade is Muramasa. Was a giant snake. But yeah. Do you like him, Zach?
I won't lie. Okay. I'm maybe a little mad that I have to, like, stop hating the moon.
You don't have
Okay.
to.
Okay, yeah, fuck the moon, fuck the ocean, but
Sugiyama never said
I
stop
guess
hating
my
him.
cool uncle. I guess my cool uncle is fine.
Your cool uncle who thrives on negative emotion. If you think about it, you're just empowering him with your hatred.
Right.
But yeah, those were your dream sequences. Dream, quote unquote, sequences. I will do fans and Conlax later.
Ooh.
Right.
Yes. Episode 0.5.
Okay. Well, I gotta get going.
Go.
I'm still feeling like garbage.
Garbage, go. Go, you
Yeah.
fucker.
I'll see you guys when I see ya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I guess I should unstream.
Gonna end the stream.
Was small stream.
Small short stream, I can't